Hey there guys, welcome back to the channel, it's Fox2, and in today's video, I have a new major update that Gaijin has just announced for War Thunder Mobile, and they haven't released too many details yet of what it will contain, but some of the major ones they have released so far include a new platoon of tanks and 2 new warships which look really cool. Starting with the tanks, we will have our second tank platoon of rank 4, because currently, obviously in the last major update, they released the T-54 1949, which was the first vehicle of rank 6 to be released. And in this next major update, they will be releasing the M47. Now the details of the platoon M47 are quite interesting. The M47, which is the starter, is really just a variant of the pattern, and in my opinion a pretty average vehicle. There's nothing particularly amazing about it, but it's not a bad vehicle in the end, having a 90mm gun, 48 km an hour top speed, and 193mm of penetration. Overall, its armor isn't very good. You will be penetrated pretty easy by the enemy, and it doesn't have insane mobility to make up for it, so I wouldn't exactly call it the best of vehicles, but it's not bad. Then the second vehicle is the heavy tank, the M103, with a big 120mm gun, 33 km an hour top speed, and 302mm of penetration. Overall, it's a pretty decent vehicle. It is very large though, which is a downside, but it makes up for that with very good armor. Especially the turret is virtually impenetrable to the enemy, except for some very small spots in the turret cheeks. Now, the turret is a very huge turret, as can be seen side on, and from the side it's a pretty weak turret, so you'd want to make sure you don't show the enemy your side, especially with that really huge turret that you have. Then, the next vehicle is a very interesting vehicle to say the least. It's the T-114, and it looks so crazy modern. It looks like it comes out of a sci-fi movie or something of the like. And it has a 106mm gun, a top speed of 57 km an hour, which is very good, and an insane penetration of 433mm. That is just absolutely crazy, with a reload time of 2.5 seconds. There's probably going to be some catch to the gun, but so far it sounds like that gun will just shred enemies to bits. I mean, 2.5 seconds of reload with 433mm of penetration, that is just absolutely crazy. But as I said, it'll probably have some kind of a catch, like only being able to fire heat shells or something like that. And then, finally at the top, we have the anti-air gun, the M163, which is a very good anti-aircraft gun, having a very quick reload time of literally 0 seconds. That machine gun it carries has such a crazy rate of fire, it's gonna shred aircraft, but it does not have very good penetration at 36mm. I mean, for a anti-aircraft gun that's very good. You may be able to penetrate enemy tanks if they have very little armor, but judging by the types of vehicles you'll be seeing at this rank with very good armor mostly, it's not going to be very easy to penetrate enemy vehicles. I mean, if you run into something like a T-54, it's definitely not going to be able to get through that armor. Now, moving on to the ship side of this update, we've got some new ships coming in, which one of them is a Tier 4 ship. Let me just find it here. Scroll through them all. Okay, it's somewhere around here. Yes, here it is. We're gonna have the new Tier 4 ship, the Scharnhorst, which is a German Tier 4 ship, and it looks pretty decent. It's more or less average, but it's not a bad ship, and it looks really good with that war paint it carries. I really like that red, black and white detail of that war paint. Now it has a top speed of 59 kilometers an hour, a crew of 1910 at top, and 283mm cannons plus 150mm cannons, which are more or less average size comparing to other ships of this rank, and a damage per blast, I would say, of 10,800, which is not too bad, but more or less average. I would rather have seen something like the Tirpitz added, which would have been really cool, since the Tirpitz is such a crazy good ship if it were to be released with those huge cannons it carries. And then the other ship they will be adding, I can't see it anywhere in the game currently, is the HMS Invincible, which also looks pretty decent. It has 305mm Mark X guns, which is quite unique for tier 3, because some tier 4 ships still don't even have 300mm guns, I don't think. I mean, the Scharnhorst only has 283mm, and it's a whole tier higher. So it looks to me like the HMS Invincible will be a very good ship of tier 3. And that's pretty much all the information that has been released about the upcoming updates in War Thunder Mobile. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think of this new upcoming update, and what you think still needs changing as well, and what you'd hope to see in the new coming update that will be released in the future. And as always guys, if you liked this video, please like and subscribe. Thanks a lot guys, see you next time.